One of those people was John Coops, poet for many, many years, moved to Ramsgate, became, a regular feature, a regular fixture of Eats and Beats, and someone I hope will be instrumental in continuing our poetry journey. So a staunch advocate for moving poetry forward with Multiverse. To open up the second half, please welcome to the stage Mr. John Coops.
Gosh, you're still here. Wonderful. Haven't everybody go home? You haven't. Thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me say stuff. Thanks for listening. Yeah, I met Emile only 5 years ago, so I haven't known him long. When I went into the Eats and Beats poetry group, I knew I was in the presence of greatness. We'd meet twice a month. 8 or 10 of us reading, lots of talent. We'd fall about laughing, but it wasn't all ha ha ha, which happens seriously is too. I'm going to do 2 or 3 pieces that I know Emile said to me that he liked, and said particularly liked. I hope you like some of them. I'm going to start with a serious piece. Theodor Adorno said, "To write poetry after Auschwitz is barbaric." I want to disagree. This is called The Tree. Although it isn't important in the least, I could tell you where I stand on freedom and peace. But you'd be able to shout, that's no different than the bullshit politicians spout. Instead, I write something spiny, something gooey, something hidden, something shown. The boy goes towards the forest. He pretends to climb a tree. It is a pretense, since the wood is a photograph on the wall of the cellar in which he shelters from snipers. We sat, Emile and I, in my garden on the bench with a cup of coffee and swapped notes about our life stories. And one of the subjects we talked about that day was the need to make every word count. And although I've written this since Emile's demise, I think he would appreciate it, and I think he would understand it. Warm Gun Baby. She said, "I don't do drugs to get high, I do drugs to feel normal." I said, "Are you having a bad time right now?" She said, "I'm having a really bad time all the time." I said, "Some people will try and tell you you're not a victim, you're a survivor." She said, "I'm not interested in being a survivor, I'm going to be a witness." Wow. I wanted to write something true when I wrote that, and it was as true as I could make it. But I've got an optional last line for it that turns it into a completely different poem. Yes or no? Would you like to hear it? Yes. She said, "I don't do drugs to get high, I do drugs to feel normal." I said, "Are you having a bad time right now?" She said, "I'm having a really bad time all the time." I said, "Some people will try and tell you you're not a victim, you're a survivor." She said, "I'm not interested in being a survivor, I'm going to be a witness." I said, "Okay, Sarge." It's a very mean trick, because the original is true, the last one is fake, but we did laugh. That makes up for it. Here's one that Emile said to me, "That's not one of your major works, John." As though I've got any. It's called Unilateral Nuclear Disarmament. Yes. That's it. Now, the highlight of my 6 minutes. Since 1936, terrestrial broadcast TV has actually been radiating its signals far out into the universe, like a beacon. The first ever BBC TV signal from Alexandra Palace is, it says here, just past the star Aldebaran at 500 trillion miles out. Blankety blank is reaching Pollux, 200 trillion miles out. Byker Grove is more than 70 million miles out past Torciti, and Loose Women is 4.3 light years out. Well, for the purposes of this verse, aliens clever enough to analyse these transmissions will have learnt TV English, won't they? So this is 4 major quests. Build a device, electronic device, encoders, decoders, diodes, transformers, step up and step down, turn around, get the message. Riding through autumn in my automobile. Radio waves intercoursed across the ether. It's a cherry vanilla retrospective on Radio 2. Surely not. Then, here, it speaks to me of 4 major quests, 3 ganglia, and several lady friends. Here it speaks to me again of roaring 90s, major greens, armless manoeuvres, and a trade's onion. We are lonely. Where are you, warm and mother in this empty mess? Being a subscriber to New Scientist, I knew at once. Not Jodrell Bank or NASA, not spy satellites or Tory cabinet ministers under secretaries. No, my in-car radio receiver out-mysticked the experts. And, oh, here it comes again. Here it speaks to me again of 4 major quests, 3 ganglia and several lady friends. Here it speaks to me again of roaring noughties, swinging neckties, hectic parts and late-night whiners, forever anger, the blues roar, a major greens, armless manoeuvres and a trade's onion. I've got a hot and I'm standing in bed to devour and deview revelopments and despair, de-write the shakes of Workspear, impiate the explications of the despaired and allocate some, no, any space. I am I, and I am not you, and you are not I, and you are you. Johnny Depp stood cockrophagia in the Dewiverse, distemplate nonlinear draws through dicyclic lenses and the dogaclysmic dictatricity, whence I wished upon a Tsar. So there it was, an alien message in Waitrose car park at 8:15. I'd phoned the police, but the station's unmanned. No good calling my MP, who's a UKIP entryist Tory. No point in calling Jodrell Bank, it's far too far north. There's no point in asking the government, they'll delay any decision till 2035. Just who do you talk to when you're the first to hear a message from the stars?